mathematics agli, cosmology agli, everything was studied as a totality, interlinked totality. ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇರುವ ಶಬ್ದ ಆಗಿ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ನಾವು when you study something as a mechanical thing, you also become mechanical. Whereas if you see something as a manifestation of the whole, you'll be very respectful to that. And many of the cultures which had a given respect to the nature and people and living beings were destroyed in this colonization period. Australian aborigines were killed. So they were respecting the environment as a living being. Now the guys who came are only mechanical minded. Everything is there for exploitation. Understand? That's because of mentality of science in the 16th, 17th and 18th century. The science became, at that point of time, became a discovery of laws of the universe so that you disprove the existence of God. Everything can be predictable. Everything is a machine. And that's how this whole industrial era started. Convert everything into a machine. Right? ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವವನ್ನ ಭಗವಂತ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಭಗವಂತ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಗಾಡ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಥಿಯರಿ? Right? Where is God required? If you know laws of the universe, E is equal to mc square and all those in the universe, if you know, or rather whatever gravitational force you know, why God is required? You know, everything is a machine, yellow machine, right? And this is what happened because the fight between the religion and the science at that time. ವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಮತ್ತು ಧರ್ಮ. Whereas in India, in ancient days, there was no difference between science and religion. ಧರ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. They are different aspects of the same thing. The consciousness and matter are not separated out. The matter was considered as a manifestation of consciousness. So then when you studied the universe, you studied a living being, not a non-living being. ಅದನ್ನು ಭಗವಂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ಭಗವಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಏನೋ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದರ ದ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹೋಲ್ ಟೋಟಾಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಭಗವಾನ್. That was the difference between the ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯಗೂ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೂ ಈಗಿನ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವವನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಜೀವಂತ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ನಾವೇನಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ನಾವು ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೆಷಿನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು ಬಿಕಮ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಯು ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ more and more machines, you become more and more machines. Human beings become more and more machines. Clear? So now there are 4 yugas. Satya Yuga or Krita Yuga, it's called Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali Yuga. Satya Yuga andre people were established in truth. That means they knew their consciousness and everything is matter is a byproduct of consciousness. Satya Yuga means I am consciousness, living being. The matter is a byproduct, consciousness, and matter is a creative aspect of consciousness. That's called Satya Yuga. So there was respect, love, compassion in all living beings. The humanity lived as an integrated whole with the environment and the rest of the society.
Everybody was enlightened?
Yeah.
All the people.
Satya.
Who was the major person from that yuga?
Satya Yuga Rishis. Many of the
god or something?
Huh?
Any god?
No, God is not Satya Yuga Rishis. Spirit of Rishis. Sages. Satya Yuga andreno Satya. The people lived in truth. Satyadalli ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಸತ್ಯ ಏನು ಸತ್ಯ? I am consciousness, ನಾನು ದೇಹ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness. The matter is there for me to use for creative purpose. That was the concept in Satyuga. So every human being was respected, the compassion and love were natural, animals were not tortured, the nature was not destroyed, the ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೊಂದಿಕೊಂಡು ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸತ್ಯಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ. The Kali-yuga is totally opposite of that.
All these things were done in those periods, Upanishads and all these things.
Kali-yuga is a totally ulta, opposite of that. What is Kali-yuga? So Kali-yuga is consciousness is a byproduct of matter. Satyuga, matter is created by consciousness. Kali-yuga, by accidentally consciousness is created in matter. Understand? That is Kali-yuga. So everything is matter. That's Kali-yuga. So matter is there for manipulation. That's Kali-yuga. That's why last 1 century unprecedented destruction of the whole earth's resource happened. Millions and millions of species which were there from time immemorial have died. The forests are degraded. The natural rhythm of the universe is disturbed because everything you are trying to manipulate. You have to see the amount of torture human beings give to animals. They destroy, not only destroy, kill. They skin the animals alive for the
Human beings also they are torturing.
human beings are also being tortured. Okay, this is Kali-yuga, the ulta. Satyuga and Kali-yuga. Where Kali-yuga, the matter is supreme, in Satyuga, consciousness is supreme. Understand? So Treta and Dwapara, there is a, now what happens? There is a more association with consciousness and matter. Treta means 3/4. So more and more the living beings or human beings have started associating themselves with the matter, and that percentage must have been 1/3, 2/3 Treta or 3/4. Treta means 3/4.
Dwapara means half.
Dwapara means half. The human consciousness has come down to half to the matter level. You understand? Now what happened in Dwapara Yuga is there is more compared to Kali Yuga, the dark ages of Kali Yuga. The Kali Yuga we have passed so many years, right? Human beings lived like beasts, animals. Okay. Unprecedented amount of wars, everything happened. The slavery came into picture and many things happened in the Kali Yuga. Because human beings are treated as something for exploitation. I am not speaking of last century, I am speaking of about 2000 years darkness. Now gradually there is a more and more understanding of human nature. More and human beings are not just a body, that understanding is there. So in science only, whereas science or physics, chemistry, and respect also, social respect also. So there's more and more concept of human rights. There's more and more concept of a right of living. There's more understanding and respect for women. So all those things are happening in the later part of 20th century, gradually. So that's why we are saying that from dark age of Kali Yuga, there's more and more understanding. Probably we are moving towards a Dwapara. Right? Human beings not treated just as a ball of meat. It's slightly more than that. That respect is gradually overall in the society environment happening. That's where we say there's more and more towards Dwapara Yuga. There's better understanding of phenomena of nature. Prakriti ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. There is forces of magnetism. All those things are better understood compared to earlier days. The quantum nature of matter is understood. So gradually the human mind or collective mind of human beings is evolving towards a better understanding of life,
Consciousness.
of consciousness. So that's why we say from Kali Yuga, we are gradually moving to Dwapara. People always say Kali Yuga, you suddenly move into Satya Yuga. It may not happen that way. It may happen slowly like this. Are you clear? So now they are trying to explain in this sloka. This slokadalli.
Why does this transition happen? Why does this transition keep happening?
It's nature here. The nature.
Again Kali Yuga will come. But why?
See, the nature, no? Nature is a creative process. It keeps on cycling. The nature has three qualities: Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. There are three main qualities in the nature: Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. The play of three gunas is what creates life. Now, at some point of time, one guna dominates. At some point of time, other guna dominates. So, depending on that, the quality of human beings, the quality of animals produced in that period, they will be affected. In Kali Yuga, only tamas quality was predominant. Sattva Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, probably tamas and rajas, they will predominate. Like that, it will gradually move.
So collective subtle body.
Collective subtle body.
Changing.
So, then humans are not to blame, right? Because this is the nature. The nature of the nature.
No, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm saying, when I say we are blaming, we are not blaming anybody.
Because
This is
the
how it
nature
is.
of the nature.
This is how
that
nature is.
It has to happen like this.
This is how nature is.
The next Satya Yuga will not be the Satya Yuga of Rishis. It will be something.
It can be more evolved or less evolved. We can't say.
No, because it can't be like Rishis. It will be something different.
It will be different.
Because the technology
techie
we have
Rishis.
achieved.
It will be different. See, what they say is at the time of India was very evolved civilization. No, these rishis and all. In American near that European, no, there's something called Atlantis. There's a civilization called Atlantis. Heard of that?
Yeah, Atlantis. That got separated.
There was a civilization called Atlantis. Just like Vedic age was there in India, there was a very technologically evolved civilization was there called Atlantis. The Plato and all those people write in their writings about Atlantis. Atlantis ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರೀತಾರೆ. The civilization was very advanced. They were harnessing solar energy for their living, and that civilization got submerged, went away. Right?
So all the technology might go and again.
It will be different, different, no? So some of the technologies which are there, like so for example, let's say, there's a pillar, no? The pillar which is Ashoka pillar or something which is made out of metal. Even after thousands of years, it's not rusted. That technology is still not there. That purity, how do we maintain that? Qutub Minar. No, I don't know. I think it's Qutub Minar. Metallic stone. Metal stone. So there are so many technologies which we forget. In fact, there's a Purana called that describes about Vimanas, aircrafts. Bharadwaj Rishi created a Purana about Vimana, how to construct aircrafts. Okay. Now the type of aircrafts which are described there, even today we can't even imagine, not even forget about doing it. Intergalactic aircrafts, and what are the interiors of that, what metals have to be used, what metals have not to be used.
Through matter only a man can create so much now.
I was reading, listening that this India was actually part of Africa, and it got broken away and it came to Asia. And similarly, what is it? Where that it was a part of US, the continent, right?
Australia.
Not Australia. It's down, right? Which has all. There's no life there. What is that?
Arctic.
Antarctic.
Antarctica. It was part of US. Antarctica was part of US and it got broken away and all that.
See the type of aircrafts which are described in this thing, very very advanced aircrafts. Okay, and nuclear weapons.
That's what in TV we see, no? From here the narrow and here the narrow. Today nuclear weapons are like that only.
They are there, and over a period of time they disappear. The metals, various kinds of metals, which they have discovered. From many of them we can't even now discover that what you call chemical combinations, metallurgy.
This whole civilization might have been gone. So
People can read the text and reproduce.
They do, but see, it's all bits and pieces, no?
we created from consciousness. We are trying to create from matter.
So now here they are describing the process of human beings, birth of human beings. Tasmat Agnihi, andre for that consciousness, from that Brahman. Tasmat Agnihi, andre from him the Duloka was created. Duloka means atmosphere. Okay, the atmosphere didn't happen, but it was created. That's what he says. Manifested out of Brahman. From that consciousness, the atmosphere came. It's called Duloka. Okay. And Agni for that is sun, Surya. The fire for that is Surya, sun. Okay. In fire, Agni, if you put something, ಬೆಂಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಏನೋ ಹಾಕಿದ್ ಸ್ವಾಹ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ, it will become subtle and it will be offered to divine. Similarly, the sun rays with Duloka interacted, or the atmosphere. On the other side, there is a moon. The sun and moon, Surya and Chandra, both manifested from that consciousness. From that Brahman, sun and moon appeared. Surya and Chandra, Soma. From Soma, Parjanyaha, Oshadaya, Prativyam. So from this sun and moon together, Parjanyaha, and the rains bantu. There are rain is required for this whole process of creation. Oshadaya and the plants. From moon, the plants came. Moon is the Advaita for Oshadaya, plants. Plants are the mainly medicinal plants as well as edible plants. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೂನ್ ಆದಿದೇವತ. Surya atmosphere ಬಂತು. Surya and sun and atmosphere came. Then moon and rains and medicinal plants, edible plants came. Oshadaya Prativyam, under that edible food, no, it was created, and human beings ate the food. That food which was eaten got converted into semen, and the semen is what created another living being through the female. They are giving a process of creation. Sun, the atmosphere, the rains, the plants, the human being, and the creation. They are interlinking all those things together as a living process. Understand what I'm saying? It's just that human beings are not separate entities. They are linked to all these things. The sun, the atmosphere, the moon, the plants, the food, the semen, and then creation of a child. Surya, Chandra, Vatavarana, ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳು ಆಹಾರ, ಆಹಾರದಿಂದ ವೀರ್ಯ, ವೀರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಮಗುವಿನ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ಅದು ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್. ನಾವು ದಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಲಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಸಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಲಿಂಕ್, ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಲಿಂಕ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಿಂದ ಬಂತು. Sequence: Surya, sun, then atmosphere, Duloka, then moon, Persian name is rains, then Oshadaya means plants, then human beings, the male who eats that plants, then it got converted to semen. What happens is the concept of ancients or whatever is the modern day also. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಏನು ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಫುಡ್ ವಿ ಈಟ್, ನಾವು ಆಹಾರ ತಿಂತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಆಹಾರ ತಿನ್ನೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಆಹಾರ ತಿಂತೇವೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಸಟಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎನ್ರಿಚಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್. ಹಾಂ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಫುಡ್, ದ ಸಟಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷುವಲ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? It's
blood, lymph is produced from food.
ಸೊ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೇಚರ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಏನದು ನೀವು ಏನು ಆಹಾರ ತಿಂತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಸಟ್ಲೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೊಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫುಡ್ ಇಂದ ವೀರ್ಯ ಬಂತು, ವೀರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಮಗು ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
So how is this moon interlinked with?
Moon is interlinked with Oshadaya. Moon is actually the moon is Adhidevata for the plants. Okay, so the plants convert carbon dioxide to oxygen when in the moonlight they convert carbon dioxide to oxygen. So the moon is the Adhidevata for that. The moonlight is, sunlight is Adhidevata for phosphorescence, the food conversion. The whole activity of plants, they convert food, take sunlight and nitrogen and convert into food. That is doing sunlight. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊತ್ತು. ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹೊತ್ತು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? they breathe. Carbon dioxide is converted into oxygen.
They breathe out carbon dioxide in oxygen.
They breathe out oxygen
in the night. So if you
the night is breathe out carbon dioxide.
They breathe carbon dioxide or oxygen?
Night is carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide.
It goes out carbon dioxide.
Then what did they take? Oxygen. So the moon is taken for their life in the night. Morning sun is the life and night moon is the life.
Like ocean currents also is influenced by this thing, so it influences the rain.
Rain. Tasmad Rachah Sam Yajumshi Diksha Yadnascha Sarve Kratavo Dakshinascha Samvatsarascha Yajamanascha Lokaha Somo Yatra Pavate Yatra Suryaha. See, ಆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ, ಆ ಪುರುಷನಿಂದ ರಕ್, ತಸ್ಮಾದ್ ರಚಃ, ರಚ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಋಗ್ವೇದ, ಸಾಮ, ಯಜುಂಷಿ. ಋಗ್ವೇದ, ಸಾಮವೇದ ಮತ್ತು ಯಜುರ್ವೇದಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಕೊಂಡವು ಆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಋಗ್ವೇದ, ಸಾಮವೇದ ಮತ್ತು ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು. Okay, 3 Vedas came from Bhagavan. Now Vedas are called Apaurusheya. Andre human beings didn't create it. Not even Bhagavan created it. Bhagavantaru madilla adannu srishti madilla. Vedas were there in the universe. So only thing is Bhagavan told that Vedas to Devatas and then Rishis. ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಆ ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ಋಷಿಗಳಿಗೆ ವೇದಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಏನಿದೆ ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಬಂದು, ಯಾವುದು ರಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಮ ಮತ್ತು ರಜುರ್ವೇದ 3 ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಬಂದು. Rigveda is poetic, Yajurveda is prose, Samaveda is musical. Rigveda told in musical way. Rigveda ಏನು ಹಾಡುಗಳು, ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್, ಗದ್ಯ, ಪದ್ಯ, ಗದ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಸಂಗೀತ. ಸಾಮವೇದ ಸಂಗೀತ. ಅಥರ್ವಣ ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂದರೆ ಋಗ್ವೇದ ಇದು ಪ್ರೋಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪೊಯಟ್ರಿ, ಎ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್ ಎಸ್ ಪದ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಗದ್ಯ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವೇದಗಳಿಗೆ ತ್ರೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ವೇದಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ತ್ರೀ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ತ್ರೀ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇದ. ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೊಯೆಟಿಕ್, ಪ್ರೋಸ್ and musical. Vedas are actually four: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. But many times Vedas are told as three because of the way they're sung: poetic, prose, and musical. Vedas came from Bhagavan. Then Diksha means various ways of rituals or rather practices, spiritual practices. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ಗಳು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂತು. ದೀಕ್ಷಾ, ಯಜ್ಞ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವ ರೀತಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಮುಂಚಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಜ್ಞ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಆಸ್ ಅ ಆಫರಿಂಗ್, ರೈಟ್. ಆ ಯಜ್ಞದಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಏನೇನೋ ಫಲಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವು. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯಜ್ಞಾಸ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ and you used to get some benefit out of that. So if you have to have children, this yajna has to be done. If you want to win a war, this yajna has to be done. If you have to get heaven, this yajna has to be done. ನೀವು ಯಜ್ಞಗಳನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದಿಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಟೈಪ್ ದರ್ ಆರ್ ಯಜ್ಞ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಪ್ರಿವ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್, ರೈಟ್. ಈಗಿನ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಯಜ್ಞ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟ್ಯಾಪಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್. ವೆರಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟುಡೇ ವಿ ಟ್ಯಾಪ್ ದ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್. ಮಳೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂದು. ಓಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ಕ್ರತುವು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟ.
No, it's there, but it's not charging.
I think there's some problem is there with this external box, huh?
Okay.
Because even this now this is not working, it seems. This external box is not working.
Okay.
Anikanja sir. Huh? Gut nangashi.
Should we put it up?
Directly. Just connect directly. Hanga
Aram.
Just connect it directly. It's okay.
Charging.
It's charging, no? Okay, Kratavaha ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು. There is a time, at that time there is something called Kratavaha. Kratavaha ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ there were sacrifices where animals used to be offered. ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳ ಬಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ. ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ಬಲಿ ಕೊಡೋ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳು ಇದ್ದು ಕೆಲವು ಆಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು there were yajnas where animals were offered, sacrifice. So now that yajna was very popular with the kshatriyas. ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಜ್ಞಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಏನದು, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ಬಲಿ ಕೊಡೋದು. The animal sacrifice also is there in the prevalent at that point of time, where animals were killed and offered in yajna. It's called Kratavaha. Now, actually the principle ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, the kshatriyas were non-vegetarians at that time. ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯರು non-vegetarian ಇದ್ರು, ಮಾಂಸ ತಿಂತಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ತಿಂತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಭಗವಂತನಿಗೆ ಆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಕೃತವಹ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಈಟ್ ಯು ಆಫರ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ಗಾಡ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕೃತವಹ. See, the human beings, human beings have certain nature. How that nature you can tune it to, how nature you can take it to evolve, help. ನೀವೇನೋ ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, first step is you offer that to God and eat it as prasada. That's why your mind gets gradually changed. Similarly, offer that animal, don't eat animals randomly, but offer that animal to God before eating. That was the concept. So from that concept, gradually human mind has to be made into more and more peaceful. The concept of God has to be brought. That's what happened. That's called Kratavaha.
So they used to kill only other animals or cow also?
Cow this.
Yeah.
Cow.
Only horses and all.
Ah?
Horses.
Horses. Yeah. Dakshinascha andre, when somebody does yatna, he has to be given dakshina. That's what call as sambhavane. Sambhavane ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯಜಮಾನ, ಆಫರಿಂಗ್ ಬೈ ಯಜಮಾನ, ದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ದಕ್ಷಿಣೆ ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂದಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಯಜಮಾ, ಸಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. You are giving something to a person who has performed yajna. Don't think that it has come from you. It has come from Bhagavan only. Dakshine. ಸಂವತ್ಸರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂವತ್ಸರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲಗಳ ದಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ಏನ್ಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ fairly detailed understanding of time period. ಸಂವತ್ಸರ, ವರ್ಷ, ಋತು, ಮಾಸ, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ದೆನ್ ದಿ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್, ಘಟಿಕ. ಆ ಕಾಲ ಸಮೇತ ಭಗವಂತಂದು ಬಂತು. ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್, ಟೈಮ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಷಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಲೋಕಾಹ, ಈ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಈಗ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳೋಣ. ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ, some parameters have to be checked and then surgery has to be done. So the yajna, when they have to do, they have to do it in a precise time, in tune with the nature. ಆ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಹೊಂದಿಕೆಯ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಯಜ್ಞ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಬೈ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯ ಶಕ್ತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರ, ಹಾಗಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸರಿಯಾದ ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂವತ್ಸರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಂಚಾಂಗ ಅಂತ ಬಂತು, ರೈಟ್? ಸಿ ದಿ ಹೋಲ್ ನೇಚರ್, ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಸೈಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಅಥವಾ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಹುಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆ ಕಾಲ ನಿರ್ಣಯ ಅಂತಿದೆ. ಸಿ ದಿ ಯಜ್ಞ is a process. It's not just a physical ritual. It was actually working in tune with the forces of the universe.
Which simple example, ships and all, they see that temperature and that wave, everything, and then they say this time to go.
This time to go anta. So you have to decide based on the nature. You have to decide what movement you have to do. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು, ದಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎ ಕಾಲ ನಿರ್ಣಯ, ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂವತ್ಸರ ಒಂದು. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಭಗವಂತಪ್ಪ. ಹಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ದಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ದೆನ್ ಲೋಕಾಹ, ಆ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎರಡು ರೀತಿಯ ಲೋಕಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ದರ್ ಟೂ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಯಜ್ಞ. ಫಲ ಏನು? ಯಜ್ಞ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಅ ಫಲ, ರೈಟ್? ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ದಾಟಿದ್ದು. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಹೆವನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎರಡು ಮಾರ್ಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುದು, ಉತ್ತರಾಯಣ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಮತ್ತು ದಕ್ಷಿಣಾಯನ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಅಂತ. there are two paths, path of light and path of darkness. It's called Dakshinayana marga is path of darkness, Uttarayana marga is path of light. Those who go on the path of Dakshinayana marga, they will return after enjoying the fruits of their action in the heaven. They did all their actions yajna as a for getting some benefit. ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದ, ಕಾಮ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಯಜ್ಞಗಳನ್ನ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಲೋಕಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಎಂಥ ಲೋಕಗಳು? ಪುಣ್ಯ ಲೋಕಗಳು. they get some experience or worlds where you can encash that punya and get some benefit, advantage, andre joy, happiness you can get for some time, and once you exhaust that punya you have to come back. ಯಾವುದೇ ಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಕಾಮ್ಯ ಕರ್ಮದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ದಾರಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಫಲವನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಪುನಃ ಬರಬೇಕು ಭೂಮಿಗೆ, ಅದು ನರಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಲೋಕ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಭಗವಂತಪ್ಪ, ದಿಸ್ ಲೋಕ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಭಗವಾನ್. ದಿ ಪಾತ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಟು ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಗುಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಕಾಮ್ಯ ಕರ್ಮ, ಕಾಮ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ಪಾತ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನಿಷ್ಕಾಮ ಕರ್ಮದಿಂದ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ದೆನ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಹೈಯರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ವೇರ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಉತ್ತರಾಯಣ ಮಾರ್ಗ. ಇದನ್ನು ಭಗವಂತ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ. ಸಿ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ದೇ ಸೆಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಭಗವಾನ್, ರೈಟ್? ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್.
Means it was all there. It was revealed through rishis in writing form. That's it.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
So whoever is speaking to rishi is that one God on there.
One consciousness only. It's clear? Okay, Abhishek. So right now what we are trying to do is we are trying to model the universe in terms of mechanical forces. So the forces, a precise, a scientific formula was created by divine mind. That's all it says. Intelligence is required to create that. It came from intelligence. It didn't come from mechanical forces. Right? The number of molecules in the universe is a constant. The temperature of your body is a constant. Now all these things don't happen because of accident. It's a product of intelligent design. This is what this say. Andre? तस्माच्च देवा बहुधा संप्रसूता साध्या मनुष्याः पशवो वयांसि प्राणापानौ व्रीह्यौ तपश्च श्रद्धां सत्यं ब्रह्मचर्यं विधिश्च ತಸ್ಮಾಚ್ಚ ದೇವಾಹ, ಆ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಬಂದರು. ದೇವಾಹ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್. ದೇವಾಹ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್. ದ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕಲ್. Okay, the forces of the conscious forces of the universe are called devas. Okay, ದೇವತೆಗಳು ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಬಂದರು. ದೇವಾಹ. ಸಾಧ್ಯಾಹ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಬಹುಧಾ ಸಂಪ್ರಸೂತ. ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯಾಹ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ human beings. Sadhyaha means people who are living in other planetary systems. They also came from that Bhagavan. Pashavo Vayamsi. Pashavo means animals and birds. ಪಶುಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂದವಪ್ಪ. ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂದವು. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಪ್ರಾಣಾಪಾನ ಈ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾಲನೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಸಿಟಿ. The tube light or fan to run, you need electricity. Similarly to all living beings to operate, the prana shakti is required. The prana shakti is the electricity, energy. Okay, vital force. ಆ ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಚಲನೆ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂತು. ಪ್ರಾಣಾಪಾನವು. ದೆನ್ ದ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್, ಭತ್ತ ಜವೆ ಇವು ಬಂದು ಜೀವಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಂದಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ತಿನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಹಾರ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ದ ಫುಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್, ಭತ್ತ, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂತು. ಇವನ್ ದಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಟು ಈಟನ್, ದ ಫುಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಭಗವಾನ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ. ದೆನ್ ತಪಶ್ಚ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಂ ಸತ್ಯಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯಂ ವಿಧಿಶ್ಚ. ಈ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಎವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಲಿವ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಲಿವ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ಲೆಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾತ್. ಏನು ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾತು? ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ, ಫೇತ್ ಬೇಕು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ತಪಸ್ಸು ಬೇಕು. ತಪಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಬೈ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಆತ್ಮನು ಮೋಕ್ಷಾರ್ಥಂ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಬೇಕು, ದ ಫೇತ್ ಬೇಕು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೀಚ್ ಟು ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಲೋಕಾಸ್. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎವಾಲ್ವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಏಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ. ಬರೀ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಾಗಿ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಸ್ ಎ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಎನಿಮಲ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ ಎನಿಮಲ್. ಆಸ್ ಎ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎವಾಲ್ವ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಟೈನ್ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಲಿಬರೇಷನ್, ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆನೂ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂತು. ತಪಸ್ಸು, ದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಪ್ಯೂರಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂತು. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯ, ದ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್, ಭಗವಂತನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮವಿದ್ಯಾ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಾಡರೇಷನ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಬಂತು, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವಂತನಿಂದ ಬಂತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಭಗವಾನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ ಸಸ್ಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಣ, ದಟ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಭಗವಾನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಭಗವಾನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಏನ್ ಬಂತು, ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ, ಸ್ಥಿತಿ, ಸಂಹಾರ, ಬಂಧ, ಮೋಕ್ಷ, ದಿ ಲಿಬರೇಷನ್. ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂತು. ಯಾವುದು? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್. Sthiti means maintenance. For maintenance purpose, you have food items, so energy, supply, all those things was given. And for liberation, Shraddha, Tapas, Brahmacharya. For evolution path also is given. So this is what is this sloka is about. So Bhagavanta just Srishti ಮಾಡಿದ, it's not an incomplete design. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. It's a complete design. What is required? Creation, sustenance, maintenance, ಆಯ್ತಾ, liberation, everything what is required is given by the consciousness. It is not part by part. It's not half complete creation. You understand? It's a well thought out complete design. It's not a accidentally. It's not happening. It's happening as a consciousness, as a intelligence, as universal intelligence operates through the matter. This is happening as a conscious design, not an accident. That's what is the shloka. So if you think that universe is nothing but accident and chaos, your life will be very different now. Like let us say, imagine a city has no police force, no law and order, right? Then you do whatever you want to do. But if you understand there's a government body and somebody is there to look after and somebody is there, will catch you, then you'll live your life in moderation, right? If you think that universe is out of chaos and mechanical forces, then your life will be mechanical and chaotic. If you understand that there is intelligence behind this universe, a supreme intelligence called Bhagavan, consciousness, then you live in respect. You live with respect. You give respect, and you develop the positive human values. Any questions, Abhishek?
My grandma used to say that she has seen the people, like in olden days, they were digging the well and they found people inside the well. That was all lie or?
Can't say.
Huh?
I can't say. When
She used to tell me, she used to tell my mom and all that. I don't know how much was it.
People means what? They were dead.
No, yeah, people, small people. She used to tell that they're like mini creatures who are living within.
We don't know how much this thing, no?
Huh?
We can't say, right? See, earlier days the communication was poor and people, their visualization also was.
No, she told that they took him out and then some people died and they put them in well and all that. I don't know.
Okay, we'll close for Upanishad today. Any questions? So Upanishad ಈ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಭಗವಂತ ಬರೀ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ನಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವೆಲ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ. ಅದಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಸೈನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಪುನಃ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಐ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ. Okay, university is there. Here you have come to learn, grow, evolve, and pass out. That's what is called university. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೌ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಟು ಲರ್ನ್.
No suspension.
ನೋ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್,
No suspending.
ನೋ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್.
Fail, again learn.
learn. You keep on learning. Okay, we'll sit for some time for meditation. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Yep. ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು? ಒಂದು ಮಿನಿಟ್. ಮೈತ್ರಿ ಮೈತ್ರಿ तो फोन कर लगा बता क्या
Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday just like that. Don't talk to me. Yeah. Mana tuh santai.